is Madden NFL 21 on EA Sports. Kickoff for Pittsburgh.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Carter on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A bad start there, a big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
At the 10-yard line.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on here, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Caught left side by Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15.
Roughing the passer defense.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
Watson on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. How about the safety, Minka Fitzpatrick, swooping in for the sack. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Another try after the first down sack. Watson looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. His throw caught at about the 5.
The conversion is...
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, we're talking new football here. We're talking new models, new paradigms, new ways of looking at things. They score, line up for the PAT, fake it, and go up 8-0. I'm kind of at a loss here because if I'm going to go for 2, I'm going to ask him to put the ball in the 2-yard line and bring my offense out.
Exactly. Opening drive of the game, faking it is bold enough from the 15. That's quite another thing.
I know a lot of people fall back on analytics, but still, I think that person would tell you, put your offense in and go from the 2, not from the 15.
Still got it, though.
Yes, they did. Give them credit.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good for a Texans.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
16 more yards.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Watson a give. This is Johnson. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
He's going to take off with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's It's another Houston.
The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. T.J. Watt picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. He'll drop here to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Complete to Deontay Johnson. It's a gain of 5.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Samuels, the ball carrier, brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4.
Trying to get the first with Samuels. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
That's
1 quarter down, 8-0 the score.
Steelers 8, Texans nothing.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's going to launch it for Washington. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Washington, incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
19.
Juju Smith-Schuster. 59 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
15-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 81 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Chris Boswell.
He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves up.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake. From the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post.
Chris Boswell.
Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for that's an ancient relic. Faking it. I couldn't understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smelled terrible. On first down, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
7-yard line.
Now Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
and we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And Charles, the defender, was there. He just didn't get it.
Sometimes.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's got it. And, boy, talking. About adding insult to injury, he's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it,
Chris Boswell,
you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts. Not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
28-yard line.
And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
First down.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Being chased out left. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Past the 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
First and 10 at their own 25.
Houston set to take over. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and they haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
On first down, it's Watson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. And that's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson. And that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So we've reached halftime here with... No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. Here's Kareth White on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
3rd down.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Incomplete. Bradley Roby on
again on 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger. That's caught inside the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Big Ben, not the most agile quarterback in NFL history, but he can use those legs when he needs to.
He really can.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
The touchdown was scored by the runner. But the offensive line, they feel like it's theirs. They blocked that one up perfectly. Allowed him easy.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw is incomplete.
Conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number 1, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number 2, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
3rd down.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. 2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas.
37-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Johnson on the return. Ooh, with a juke. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Connor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger, and his throw here's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
1st and 10.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Open man, the tight end fells. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Back now in Houston. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right.
No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose.
And Roethlisberger is sacked. A fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And this is caught by Fells, right side. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 33 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing again on second down. Roethlisberger to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind,
and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger with a touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Watson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time. And now it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that will be incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On the return, Johnson. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
28-yard line.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. You never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brandon Dunn in on the stop.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 45-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
At their own
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Throwing on third down, Watson, and that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Fielded at the 20. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done.
Steelers take over first.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. Now, this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would.
He's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Breaks a tackle. Oh, refusing to go down. And brought down, but not before they're 10. Good for a Steeler first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Pittsburgh.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. Going for it all. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
Second and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make